Now, if we talk about information security inside out, what do we mean? Well, we don't only look at one component. We have started looking at first the database level, secondly on the identity and access management type of domains, and thirdly on the document management and document security domains. So if we look at the database security, what we see currently is that, especially with the older generation of applications, that security and access controls, roles and so on are embedded within the applications. So the complexity of security is within the application, but what we see happening is that the information needs to be accessed via portals, via reporting tools, and so on and so on. So instead of replicating these security measures, these governance parameters and so on in the different applications or different portals or on the different reporting tools, what we do is to look at what can we already do as a common denominator on the database level. So if we are able to make sure that we, for example, encrypt salary information or encrypt certain financial information, credit card information and so on a database level, then we don't need to redo that every time and over again in the different reporting tools or applications being run. Secondly, there's a lot of information stored in the database that is potentially a danger as well, for example, after backup. So how can we ensure that data is encrypted not only while it is stored in the database, but also while it is in transit over the network, but also when it is being put on tape or in other backup devices. Let us take, for example, first on the database security. Database security as a common denominator across different applications definitely gives us a possibility to simplify and streamline again the security parameters and the processes and procedures. Information that is encrypted in a database, for example salary or credit card information or other financial information or prices with your suppliers, if that information is protected within the database and that protection is then also enforced to the applications, to portals, to reporting tools, then it's clear that you only have to define it once and are sure that those security measures are applicable through the different devices, through the different tools that you access the data with. Also data, for example, backups. How can we ensure that information is encrypted not only or protected not only when it's in the database, but also when it is in transit over the network or when it is put on backup, so that there is no data leakage possible, for example, via backup tapes that are being stolen and so on. So there are a lot of simple options on the database that can help to simplify a lot the architectures and kind of like abstract the business logic in applications from the security procedures and policies that are being defined in a corporation or in an organizational level. On the second area, we're talking about the identity and access management products or solutions. Be it access management, be it single sign-on, provisioning, role management, entitlements management, and so on. Bringing that on one common platform with a common set of management tools, common set of reporting tools, defining, for example, the directory service or the virtualization of directories, looking at defining the right services so that applications can call this identity and access management solution set as a kind of a service call, for example, to authenticate or to authorize somebody to access certain information. This has been clearly the vision of Oracle going forward, to define the identity and access management suite as a security as a service, creating the flexibility but also the consistency in order to ensure that the information security elements can be reused, but also that the compliance requirements can be met at a much lower cost. Last domain, on document security, it is clear that a lot of confidential information is stored in documents with proposals or design documents or financial information and so on. Now, we also see more and more interest in looking at a highly secured protection of those documents so that they cannot be printed or sent outside the company, cannot be seen outside the company firewalls, etc., in order to, again, protect data leakage or industrial espionage or other information. As a summary, the challenges in information security are very, very big. And events like these, the Security Summit, but also our large installed base of customers, really inspire us to invest and to innovate continuously in this domain. We are sure that we can further simplify but also improve the information security architectures going forward. If I look again at the lineup of speakers, the agenda of this event, I'm more than convinced that this will be a very compelling, a very interesting event for you. I hope you enjoy these days, and together with my Italian security team, I'm looking forward to meet you in the future. Thank you.